Hey.
Isn't that nice?
Pretty nice.
It's pretty fancy right there.
It's bumping. All right, welcome to Happy Hour. Number what? Happy Hour number what?
6.
This is number 6 already.
It's a serious number.
We're humming. We missed yesterday. We missed August 28th. And why was that? It was 1,000 degrees in here because the HVAC went out. I was not going to sit in here and sweat. I don't think anybody else wanted to. But it is August 29th. We've got a very diverse crew. We've got
It's a good one.
a sales director. We've got a director of training and development. We've got a BDR who is on fire, who we're going to talk about, Brennan Rushing. And we got DJ Westcott sitting over there off camera. Hi. He waved. Let's see here.
Yeah, we're opening up the show with featured SDR, BDR.
Featured SDR and BDR. That's why we got Brennan here. So, Brennan, welcome to Arsenal. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
We've got Cam Carlson here. He's been working with you to help you get up to speed. Before we hand over the mic to you, we're going to ask Cam, why did you pick Brennan? Every day we're going to do a little shout out to BDRs and talk about what they got going on, why you should consider working with them. Why did you grab Brennan?
Yeah, I grabbed Brennan today because he set his first partner appointment.
Ooh.
And it is the result of a lot of hard work. So, yeah, I wanted Brennan to come on and talk about it a little
So have we practiced a little bit? Do you already know? You already know the point we're talking about, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I set that appointment up. It was with.
Get that mic a little closer.
Get it right in there. How's that?
There you go.
Cool. Yeah. So it was with. They're about in Palm Springs. It's about 6 locations and about 300 to 500 users. I reached the VP of IT, essentially. She told me that they're definitely looking to outsource a little bit, and we can get in with them for a Teams meeting just to introduce ourselves and stuff. So it's cool. I've been calling a lot, getting a lot of no's and stuff, so it felt good to finally get that yes, to know the process works, and just to confirm everything. So
Yeah, very cool.
So people know about the end result, right? Your very first partner appointment.
Yeah.
But walk it back. How did you find us?
Yeah,
Where
essentially I was at Mizzou. It was my junior year, and the old recruiter kind of reached out to me through LinkedIn, and then I was like, oh, this sounds kind of interesting. I'm in sales. I enjoy the industry and different things like that. So I ended up actually Googling Arsenal business growth, and I saw Rashawn on the front page, and I went to high school with Rashawn, so I was like, oh, that's someone I know. It'd be cool. So I actually texted him on Instagram, and we talked a little bit about it, and it seemed interesting. So I followed through with the old recruiter, kind of got in contact with you, drove back from Mizzou for a day, came out here and interviewed and everything. I was like,
and that was last year?
yep, last year. Or when winter time? Yeah, around the winter time.
last year.
Yep.
And you graduated and...
Yep, and then I did that winter internship just to see if I liked it, and I was like, this is awesome. I definitely can fit in here. It's a place where they respect you if you work hard and things like that, so it's definitely something I was mainly looking for in a company because there's so many different sales, BDR jobs out there in this world and stuff like that. So I did the internship, went back to Mizzou, accepted my offer, came back, and I've been loving it. Graduated in May, so been here about 2 months now.
Crushed it.
Wow.
Crushed it.
Yep. Yeah, it was cool. I had a lot of fun. I did 2 months about Arsenal appointments. I can't tell how many I set, but I had 2 closed deals from that. It wasn't nothing too crazy compared to some of the other people, but it was fun doing that for sure. And just, I mean, it's cool when you're able to pitch something so well and you know how to respond to every objection. And it's a good feeling at the end of the day once you get to that point. So I'm trying to get there on the other side with the partners and stuff. And now once I get there, it'll just be all uphill from there. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think it's super cool. You're one of a few guys here who, like, that first appointment signifies so much work that went
Yes.
behind it. You know, the internship, then you finished school, you came back, you went through the introductory period, and you performed so well to the point where we plugged you in on accounts we need help on.
Yep.
And immediately pays off.
Yes.
Makes us look like a genius, but
Yes.
really it's your hard work.
No,
right?
definitely. And I mean, just great training from you, Joe, Aaron, great advice, and Sam, and all that stuff. So, I mean, I've probably asked you a million stupid questions throughout my time here, and you've never shown any.
There's some questions in
yeah,
there, yeah.
definitely. So, but it's working out now. I kind of got my bases down, and I feel like it's just growing from here on out. So, excited to see where I can get to.
What are you looking forward to next?
I'm looking forward to next. I'm getting the client I have now, just kind of picking up where loose ends almost, and then I got the 2 fresh ones coming September. So I'm excited for those. Meeting the guys tomorrow and stuff, and hopefully portray myself well and get going on a hot start. So.
Let's go.
Yep, that too. And I bought a standing desk yesterday, so I'm excited for that.
Sweet.
Does that whole pod have a standing desk now?
Team standing
I
desk.
think so. Besides, Joe might not have one. That's the only person. But I mean, like, $30, it wasn't a bad deal.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty
it's
cool.
Not bad at all. Yep.
Do you miss the Firebrand pod?
I do miss the fire pod. It was a good time, but you know, sometimes you got to grow. So awkward
Yeah.
points, and it worked out for the best for all of us, honestly.
For a period of time, there was 6 or 7 guys all sat in the same pod. They all had red hair.
Yeah.
Except
no,
did Delio said he had blonde hair or something like that.
Yep.
you can say one thing, but you know,
Doesn't mean it's
pictures,
true.
Pictures speak 1,000 words.
We still have eyes. We-
Yeah. Maybe there's a couple blondies in there. It's mostly red. Well, good, man. What for on a personal level? I'm considering working with you. What's motivating you besides just doing a good job? You trying to buy a house or a car? You got
Yeah, I mean,
something on the agenda?
Definitely. I'm in that weird transition phase from college, so I'm still sorting through stuff, moving back. But, I mean, yeah, want a new car, want a new house, want everything coming up here soon. So, currently living with my parents, just cashing in money, enjoying them, you know, just to have some roommates and
Stacking
stuff.
cash.
I did that.
Yeah.
Good old days.
You don't
it's
got to
nice.
spend money on nothing.
Bank
No.
account looks a lot more full when you're living at home and don't have the mortgage and the
Oh,
car notes.
It's
But
the best. You walk home and you get a chicken Alfredo cooked, ready to go from your
Yeah.
mom. You know, I can never miss that. So,
Yeah, big old glass of milk.
Yep, exactly.
Milk's expensive these days.
She drinks skim milk, so I'm
Oh.
kind of weary about that. More
I
of
can
a-
second that.
Yep.
Whole milk.
Yep.
Ugh.
Water with a splash of milk.
Exactly. Yep.
That's
Yeah.
how God made it.
It's like Oreo juice
For-
that's what I
for
call
full.
it. Yeah.
Oreo juice.
Vitamin D.
I'm gonna
Vitamin
use
D.
that.
Yeah.
Well, good, man. Well, thanks for hopping in here. I know took some time getting off the phones, but you're doing a great job. We wanted to make sure everybody could hear about you, and looking forward to seeing you back on. So,
Yeah.
thanks for hopping on,
I
man.
appreciate y'all.
We'll see.
It's a cool
We'll see ya.
opportunity.
All right.
So, yeah,
All
for sure.
right.
Matt, cue some of that transition music for DJ. Let's get him up here.
This doesn't sound like
I want my own walkout.
Yeah.
I
I
want
think
like
we-
my own walkout
I
song.
think we got one song right now.
Yeah.
We're looking at this service where you can license legit music.
yeah.
It's kind of expensive, but
Yeah.
we're thinking about it. Does it add that much if you had some really cool music?
I definitely would love to have my own walkout song, just like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just glass breaks and then bum, 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 and just walk out and take the mic. That's how you do it.
So when I think of walkout music, I think of baseball. Sam thinks of walkout music. He thinks of WWE Raw, right?
I don't know if we can say that without their permission, but yes. Yes,
Why?
I do.
Yeah. You
I
can
don't
talk
know.
about them.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First Amendment, man.
I used to do wrestling commentary, and you could not mention anything that had to do
Well, you were
with the big
Their
leagues.
direct competitor, probably.
It was not a direct
We're-
competitor
we're
by any
spending
means. It was
good
at the
money.
South Broadway Athletic Club.
We're spending good money to go to the Enterprise Center. We got this. We're paying money to go see WWE Raw, and what else? What's the other one?
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
I thought it was NXT.
Well, NXT is like their minor league. It's like the B team, as they are rookies or trying to become superstars, as they call them. They won't call them pro wrestlers. Yeah, you need anything? I'm your walking encyclopedia for WWE. You just feel free to ask.
If you come after us for saying that we like you and we think about
that
you,
you're
then
awesome.
I'm not going. I'm going to boycott it. No, it'd be cool. I've been to one before. It
Yeah.
was pretty wild. It was pretty wild. All right, so DJ or Dalton,
Either.
Big D.
I've always, like, friends call me DJ. It feels like it's like church and state, where, like, whenever I'm at work, I go by Dalton, or if I'm in trouble, I hear Dalton. But then,
Okay.
like, friends call me DJ. So
Okay.
I like both.
We closed the deal today, so you can be DJ today.
I'll be DJ today.
Right? Let's talk. Yeah.
Hey, nice.
So, Sam, set them up, right? You guys are out there closing deals, pitching. You're the director of sales.
Yeah,
Dalton joined up how long ago?
believe you started somewhere towards the beginning of this month, right?
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks. So, Yeah, for the last couple of weeks, it's been a lot of training and just kind of showing the pitch, working together, providing feedback, being a part of some of my calls, me being a part of some of his, just kind of helping where it's needed. But, you know, obviously as you start repeating the process over and over, you get a little bit more comfortable, the confidence sets in, and you see markets go from other account executives who are selling somebody in the same industry in the same territory, and you start really picking up the extra baggage, saying, all right, look, like, I'm going to go get one. And I think that's what you did here today.
Yeah, sorry, Zeke.
Oh, did you? Were you guys in
he did have
competition?
somebody that reached out to him today that was a follow-up for another cleaner in the same market, and they wanted to talk again on Tuesday. And like an hour later, that conversation is probably not going to go as well as it would have
Yeah.
for the other prospect.
Whoopsie. Tell your guy to get paid, authorized up. Or did he already?
He's already, yeah.
Good. That's a great client. That's the kind of client we want.
Yeah.
We were, Zeke did close a deal today. We're not going to talk about what company or so, but they put a term in that they needed to pay with credit card or check or whatever. Is that right? Is that what
I
happened?
think they left it up to speculation. They just didn't want to do normal standard ACH payment, which we take. So I believe that's a term that may or may not get accepted, but
It won't.
there you go.
We've done it, dude. I've tried so hard to look for every way to believe everybody. Every time a guy has told me, let me pay you with a push or a check or whatever, and it's got to be, it's just always, it's hairy. I don't want you to get stretched if you don't have it in your bank account anyway. And, dude, I would recommend that too. You know, if you're collecting payment, if you're a potential client, or if you're just running a business, try to get ACH pulls. Everybody I talk to, they always accept them. They love them.
It's just how everything's paid for. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys pay for your bills or anything, but like they just take it. Like
Well, I think it's funny when some people say, I'm not going to pay with ACH, but then on their website it says they accept ACH.
yeah.
It's like everyone wants to get paid. I think that's where we're all at. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, so do we. And I think we're pretty reasonable about it. Our 1-year agreement is only 11 months of fees. The first month is no cost, you know, and we provide a good service that's getting thousands or tens of thousands of dollars back from each appointment in recurring revenue, which far outweighs it. So,
But if you just call it 3%, think about just how many times they get 3% of something if you're doing a credit card.
right.
Like if we would just use cash for ACH transfers, I wish we would get back to cash. I think it would be so cool to be doing cash.
there is an Easter egg, I believe, still on the website. So if anybody's watching this and wants to check it out, there's
About cash? If
rank-
you can find it, yeah.
if you can find it, there's something that talks about
I do love
you
Easter
can pay
eggs.
you can pay straight cash, homie.
That's right. It is
right.
in there. isn't
It is in
Yeah.
there.
Cash or Trident apparently.
I've only had one person that I've talked to since that's been in there for about 10 months that has ever brought it up and found it.
Yeah.
And brought it up on the call. And I was like, hey, I think you did find it. And I believe we tend to do special things for those that can find
Easter
Easter
eggs.
eggs, you know. Just a little something like, yeah, you won the prize.
I think it's a pretty cool story about how DJ got this deal. Do you want to share a little bit? About
Yeah,
what
sure.
What happened?
So I called him. I booked the initial appointment, and he canceled the same day. And so he,
Solid.
yeah,
Solid start.
he emailed me and pretty much told me to kick rocks and follow up in December, January. So I emailed him back and said I can definitely follow up in December, January. If the market's still available, then we can talk about it. But what other markets do you service? And waited 10 days, and then he just filled out the agreement on the website.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Is it a burden, Aaron, just to be right all the time?
About what?
Just giving potential clients an opportunity to just buy our product and service, and then, God forbid, the next day, an actual prospect gets on our website and just buys our service?
No, it's not a burden. It feels good. I do wish I had more opportunities to say I told you so. Like, do you remember I was talking to so-and-so yesterday? You heard me at the desk.
I think we all did.
I think everybody did. I got called an asshole 15 times, I think. He goes, I bet that's everybody's favorite name for you, blah, 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 blah. And really, all I was doing was telling the guy, if you want to close more business, dude, you just got to give people contracts. I don't know what you think is going to happen. Like, we're going to call them and they're saying, oh, my God, thank you for calling me. I want to give you my money right now. No questions asked. It's like, no, you got to, they're probably with somebody else. Give them something compelling. Make your website look good, and then give them a way to buy. And then I started talking about, do you know how easy? I made the comparison. I'm a car guy. I think everybody understands cars. Everybody knows how awful it is to buy a car. Unless you, in my opinion, unless you buy a Tesla. Tesla was the easiest car ever.
Yeah.
I bought it on Apple Pay.
Pricing's on the website.
There was a loan. There was a loan on my mobile phone, and it was like 72 months at like 0% or something. It was like done. See,
Easy.
There you go, easy. I showed up, and this was kind of during the COVID stuff. I checked in at the desk for my appointment to pick it up. It was already there. It was clean. I walk up, and the guy goes, "You're Aaron?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Right, here's your folder." It's like, read through it, sign off, drop it in the Dropbox. Good to go. It's like, that's it? Do I do anything? No. I bought a car in like 5 minutes. Left. And he was like annoyed I was there asking questions. That's why they have a ton of cars on the road. So like, why wouldn't you do something similar for your product or service? Yeah. I think a lot of guys talk about, I want to be a premium service. I'm not the most expensive. I'm not the cheapest though, which is, Spanish for I am the second most expensive. I'm like barely less expensive than the craziest, priciest competitor that's out there.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, right? So be that premium service, but Apple's not afraid to say that one of their laptops is like $3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not. And people buy them.
They're not.
Their phones are $1,700 now.
And like, what's a Porsche? A Porsche is, we get one of those crazy ones, like 300 grand. People are overpaying for it.
Yeah.
You call and you want to buy something else, though, that's even kind of higher up the chain. It's like call for price.
Right.
That's got to turn people off. Some people, it just doesn't matter. But if you actually try to value your dollar, like, I don't want to deal with that. Sure. So anyway, what I'm hearing is, did you actually sell the deal, or did the self-guided sales pitch video sell the deal, and you just reminded him to fill out the contract?
My email sold the deal.
What was the email? What'd you tell him?
I told him, again, if he wanted the Seattle market, we can talk again, but we'd be talking about different markets. It's going to move.
Oh.
And it was true.
Yeah,
I mean,
here.
I love
guys,
You want me to read it?
No.
It's
I
a good
believe
one.
it. I believe it. I want to
said-
see your phone case, though. What's that?
Oh, it's a Mac Miller album.
All right. All right.
Is that good?
That tracks. It tracks.
That's great.
It tracks.
But yeah, I use the acronym ASAP. So
There you go. That makes a move.
makes it move.
So your first deal, it sounds like you got a handful more coming. What does everybody else need to know about you, DJ? If somebody's checking in to see what DJ's about, what do you do in your free time? What you sports guy, video game guy? What are you about?
Yeah, I'm a big hockey fan. So, I play hockey. My entire basement's covered in St. Louis Blues stuff. Very much so looking forward to going to games this next year. But, I like things that are slow, right? I like going fishing. I like reading books. Like, I try to take it easy when I'm out of the office. I try to do things that allow me to focus whenever I need to focus and, help me practice patience. And I think a lot of that in sales is just patience. I've gotten a lot better at that now that I've gotten, whenever I started in sales, whenever I was 19 towards now, like I wanted everything right now. I wanted to book an appointment right now. Sometimes things take time and not everybody can jump on and do it immediately. The guys, of course, who want to make money, they move quick, but at the same time, good things happen. Takes a little bit longer. So I've just been a lot more patient. I don't call my prospect 9 times a day anymore like I used to. If they want it, they're going to buy. So, and that's the nice thing about having the agreements on the website is if they really want it, they're going to buy it on their own time. I don't have to annoy them to buy. Yeah. So
good.
Yeah.
Good. I think you're doing an awesome job, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you getting that deal in and coming and joining us. I know we talked to you and we're keeping track of what you were doing because we knew each other beforehand, but I'm glad it lined up.
Yeah.
What's your next market? Where are you going on to next?
My next market. I really like, I was calling in San Diego today. I think obviously I closed down Seattle, and so San Diego, San Jose. I mean everything on the West Coast. I'm using that as leverage, right? So I'm calling into Spokane. I'm calling into places in Oregon. I want to leverage the success that I had with this new partner that we just brought on in Seattle and say this is what they did. This is how they went about it. We're looking to expand the market. Obviously, Washington's hot right now.
And is that for janitorial?
That is for
what you're doing?
janitorial, yeah.
Yeah. Instead of going from Seattle to Miami to
Yeah. I gotta say,
New York,
roofing has been great too. Like the conversations I have in roofing, they're very receptive. They understand it. And so there's a lot of competition, it seems as if, in roofing. So I'm going to continue to stay in the markets where I know I have people who are interested and just try to get more interest.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, Dalton, great job. Sam, let's jump over to you. What do you got? What do you got in the hopper? Any deals since we talked last time?
Yeah, the last time I was on here, I had to hop off because I had a call that it was a first-time pitch. I got a roofer that.
Did you close them?
They're signing up today.
Put it in the almost deal chat.
We will. We'll put it in the closed deal chat.
Practically money in the
deal.
bank
Would you be willing to call them?
right now.
Would I be willing to call them while on camera?
You could do it over in the corner.
I mean, you could
I
go
can.
hide. You could go hide somewhere if you want. Yeah, if you're.
I mean, I'm not
If you
desperate.
want to do it publicly.
I'm
let
not.
everybody-
I'm not desperate for the deal, but I can call them up right now if you'd like.
No. Let's hear a little bit more about what's going on. Let's hear a little more.
Put you on the spot.
We got a lot of different irons in the fire. We got roofers on the West Coast. I mean, we've brought on probably about 10 to 15 new roofing partners just within the last 30 days.
Yeah.
We're working a lot of deals in different places from different industries, and I tell people all the time, I never know when someone's going to sign up. I don't know what industry they'll be in. There's about 25 to 30 conversations a day, and when you have a solid pipeline like that, it just deals come from everywhere. I mean, we've got follow-ups coming up already for September. Guys that have known about us for a long time. That it's always a timing game. You know, I always say you can't force somebody to want what you have, but you can tell them what you do, and you can definitely show them the next steps. And then when they're ready, they're the ones calling you back.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, good. What else is going on? You got a new Jeep?
Yeah.
Who drives that one? Is that
So-
Pages?
Yeah, my fiance had a Jeep Cherokee that was on its last life and had about $3,000 repair that needed to be done. It had about 200,000 miles on it, and it was about 12 years old. So we ended up working with a buddy of mine, got the trade in for $3,000. After the fact, he told us this is going straight to auction. It's only worth probably $750, but don't say I ever didn't do anything for you. But yeah, we got a brand new, well, not brand new, but we got a new Jeep Wrangler, 2017 four-door Smoky Mountain Edition. It's got about 105,000 miles on it, and boy, I love that thing, especially in the summer. You can take
It's got
the
a
roof
winch
off.
on it, doesn't it?
It's got a winch. It's got like 40-inch tires. I mean,
Are you into that?
thing's a monster.
Are you a Jeep guy?
I have a 94 Wrangler.
Oh, vintage.
Yeah.
If by Jeep guy you mean he likes collecting little rubber ducks, he loves that. This is his favorite part.
You're the duck guy.
I give all the ducks away. All my buddies who have kids, I give all the ducks away. I despise it.
So, and what's the deal if you drive a Jeep? You give somebody a rubber duck?
It's if you're at like a grocery store or a mall, there's
Yeah.
going to be all the Jeeps parked next to each other. If they like your Jeep, then they leave a little rubber duck, and then you can give them to kids.
Man, it's a way of life.
Get rid of them.
It's a Jeep thing.
They say there's a hidden Easter egg in every single Jeep Wrangler. You don't know what it is or where it's at, but they hide little imprinted symbols into the metal somewhere in the car. It could be underneath, on the inside, in the hood. It could be anywhere. I still don't even know where the one is that's on our Jeep.
Is it in the same spot,
No.
per model year? Or
No.
like
No.
you can have a 2017,
It's
somebody else could have the same one and it's just somewhere else?
It's completely random.
Huh.
They want you to go looking for it.
Yeah, I had a Jeep Compass, and
Random hole punches in your car.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
It'll be like a Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton imprinted into the side of the car in just the
like
most random spot.
National treasure
weird.
style. You got
That
use some,
stuff's
like,
cool.
Yeah.
I like it when they do something, fun.
Yeah, it has
and stuff.
nothing to do with the car. It's just completely an Easter egg that they want to put you on a search and find
That
for.
is kind of fun.
Nothing for, hey, it's not Chrysler, Jeep, whatever branded. It's literally just like a,
I believe it's just Jeep Wranglers,
I think so.
but I could be wrong. It could be all Jeeps.
Yeah.
Unrelated to being a car,
Yeah.
just random, completely random.
Yeah, completely random.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. All right, well then let's hop over here to current events, news, politics. Anything come up recently that was funny? I'm gonna go there. I'll say it's funny. I think it's hilarious that now Kamala Harris supports building the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. I think that's awesome. If the wall was the worst thing forever, and now it's like we got to build the wall.
Why didn't she do it yet?
I don't know.
Wasn't that her deal?
I don't care about when you do it or what. I'm just saying it's like, man, we can't do this thing, and then all of a sudden you got to do it. I think stay consistent, or if you're going to change your mind on something big, maybe do it when it's a little less suspicious of a time.
I think she's got a tough campaign to run because it's like she's been with Joe, but then she wants to do some stuff differently too. It's
I don't know how you,
know.
I don't know how you do it. Is this like the first time that something like this has happened, right?
right, yeah.
Because you kind of try to say, hey, I'm going to do stuff different than
The way I've been
the
doing
previous
it.
guy, right?
Yeah.
And it's like when I get in office, I'll do it, and it's like, well, you kind of are already, right?
Yeah.
That's tough. I would not want to.
It is hard.
I'd say, dude, start me fresh. I'd probably work off whatever that deal is and say no. I'll catch the next train or whatever. I don't know. That's why I'm not in politics. But anyway, stay strong, man. You have a policy, stick to it.
Or just have a policy.
I'm saying business, politics, any of the stuff. You don't want to be changed. You don't want to seem like you're flip flopping. And then let's see what else is down this list.
Upcoming projects at Arsenal?
Yeah, I don't know. Replacing every single HVAC unit in this entire building. So we're not sweating all the time.
I think you said you were up till 2 a.m, dusting vents and getting stuff clean. Just
I was changing air filters on the sales floor. There's hundreds of air filters in this building.
That's crazy. I didn't even know.
And if you look at some like these vents, it's not too bad. Some of them are kind of dirty, So I was like spraying it with bleach and wiping it off on top of the ladder. So sweaty. And then I probably should have wore some goggles. Sometimes I was like squirting them, and then the little bleach things got in my eye. And I was like, ah. Had to get it done though.
I'll tell you that everyone appreciated it. It's crispy.
Is it
Crispy.
nice?
Oh yeah, felt great.
I don't want to be hot. I never want to be hot. As a chubby guy, you gotta stay cool.
Yeah.
It's not a good vibe. Not a good vibe.
I'm a little hot right now.
We were thinking about closing the deal. You're about to make a phone call.
Yeah.
And then we're doing Ethernet, right? We got the IT company coming out and running Ethernet.
I believe that project got almost wrapped up today. They were going around vacuuming up and everything, all the ceiling panels and everything's put back together. So I've been watching them for the past couple of days because it's been down on sales floor C&D.
I think the runs are through the ceiling. I think they just got to pull them down at the end of the pods and then get them to the stations.
You might know this. I called those fiber cables, and the guy corrected me. He said it's Cat 6. What
Cat
is-
6 Ethernet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Ethernet and fiber are way different.
Yeah, no, the fiber is a different line that's underneath the ground that has to be buried, and it's
It's like outside.
And I think we even have fiber running through this building actually. There's you got the internet where it comes in at the IT room, and then they wired it up but to get like fiber across the building so it would run quicker.
Oh, that's cool.
Then I don't think you necessarily need like fiber from the wall to your desk, but if you're going to run from this side of the 60,000 square foot building to the other, helps if there's a fiber connection. So even if you got coaxial, you can actually get coaxial from outside to your utility, right? And then your server room, whatever, and then run fiber through the building. Yeah. And then distribute it through Wi-Fi or whatever. I don't know. I think so. I'm probably butchering that. Somebody's listening saying, "Put an idiot." I can't believe you describe it that way.
probably one of the ISP providers that we have as a client. They're gonna
Come on.
give us
Come
some
on,
feedback.
man.
Correct us.
Come on, man.
I'm sure.
So that's almost wrapped up. HVAC, the gymnasium unit's going to be fixed towards the end of this month, I think. Mm-hmm. That was big and old and expensive, but it'll be done. The gym will be crispy again, as opposed to all right. You don't want the brand new gym floor getting ruined. Matt, what else we got on the agenda?
Moving forward, business growth, sales tips, and advice. We could tie in a real world example.
Yeah, I think just keeping it topical, make it easy for people to buy from you. Dalton got a deal because he did his job, and then we had a way for the guy to sign up online. You know, you didn't have to draft a custom agreement and send it to him and blah, 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 blah. You just told him to go to this link, right? Just give him the link, or you tell him just go to the website?
So he had the link and everything from the due diligence email whenever we had originally scheduled a meeting.
Yeah.
But again, really the only thing is exclusivity. Push that. So he had everything he needed before we even talked.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Make it easy to sign up. And then I sent another picture. I got Breadco today. Lauren brought it for me.
Yeah.
Again, I know that I don't get enough sauce anywhere, including salad dressing. So I get extra. I got a chicken Caesar salad. Extra cup of sauce.
I do that too.
Did you see the cup of sauce I got
I didn't see that
in the chat? It was like
Nothing.
a squirt, dude. It was nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely nothing. I turned it over. No sauce
Nothing
came
came
out.
out.
I had to use a fork to scrape a little bit,
There's
of
so
it out.
little. It won't even come out.
So we talked about that. I think that was the last episode, right? Be a full cup of sauce company in a half cup of sauce world. Over deliver. That's a big deal, and make it easy for people to buy from you. You have any other tips from today? And you run into anything recently? We're like, man, I'm glad we do it that way.
I mean, it's kind of a tough question. I mean, I think that it's just knowing what you're selling, seeing the success, seeing what it's done for other companies. You just kind of have a confidence and a swagger about you. It makes it a lot easier to talk about. I mean, the best tips that we can give, I think we almost beat it into the ground. Like, just have your pricing readily available. I had a conversation with a client over a week ago, and I told him, look, why aren't we getting contracts out? This is what you need to do. Here, I'll make it easy. Here's a template. Fill this out and let me have it, and I'll go plug and play numbers for you. I'll go get pricing out there. And the beauty of it is when people end up calling you back or reaching back out to you, the budget's already established. If people know your pricing and the steps to move forward, that's the easiest way for outbound sales to really help you grow.
Yeah, and I think I would go even one step farther. It's like if you don't know what to do, if you don't know which way to turn, Sam mentioned it. We are actively engaged with our clients' success. You know, we want you to win as much as we want to win. I saw it again today. Joe Schmidtkins was sitting on a client pitch with a client, coaching him on Teams on what to say and what to do.
Yeah, the whiteboard out, basically.
I was walking by the training room and it caught my ear. Joe was talking about something that was a little out of his lane, atypical, and I poked my head in, gave him a thumbs up. He's like, "Oh yeah, good." So I stuck around and waited. I was like, "What was that?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I was just coaching so and so."
Joe,
and he gets off and he's like, "Oh, you did a great job. You did this right. Now, well, I would tweak this, I would tweak that." And it was cool. It's cool. It's collaborative, and if you're not sure where to turn, turn to us. We know how to close deals.
Joe and I have sat on calls, like actual meetings that we scheduled for the client, helping them close because they've told us, like, I don't know what else to do.
Don't know what to do.
And so we're like, okay, well, let's game plan. And we've sat in, and Joe and I have basically run the meeting with our clients sitting there off to the side, almost in the background, getting things to the end. And when the meeting's over with, you get responses back. Oh my God, that was the best meeting that I've had so far. And it's like, sometimes you just need to sell
stuff.
your services. People aren't just going to thank God that you chose to call them, and they've been waiting for you to call them forever to sign up for your services.
I think, and then we'll end kind of on this notion. If you are so focused on doing the consultative sale and being a culture fit and all that, and again, I hate to sound crass, but I mean, you can spend hours and hours and days and think you've got a good deal because you've had your smoochy meeting 1 and 2, and man, we really jive and all this stuff, and then you find out like the guy's got $60, a month for IT services. You're like, oh man, we're like $6,000 a month. I wish I would have talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Well,
Why did I spend all this time?
Yeah, and it's like, hey, no offense, but you got to have a budget. I'm a really good service, like you don't buy the $300,000 Porsche for $1,000. It does cost money for a good or a great service. So if there's 9 steps in your sales process, it's too many. It's like I meet you and I give you a contract. If you got questions after that, let's answer them. But this is it. This is how you move forward. Yeah, and I think you're about to.
Well, it's just like I think a lot of modern salesmen I couldn't help but roll my eyes because it's like the consultative approach, and well, what happens is people get soft over time. They forget to ask for the business. They forget to outline the next steps, and you don't just see it in the sales world like in a vacuum. You see it in the SDR role, the BDR role too, where it's like you could have a top tier pitch. You could know every point and every detail about all of your IT services, but if you don't ever ask for the appointment, you're never going to get it. You know what I mean? And it just scales up. The bigger things you sell, you have to ask for the business. And
then you got this huge pipeline about deals you might get or appointments you might have, and you never get a no.
Yeah.
The sooner you get no, hey, better off you are.
No, the best ones are the guys that reach out of nowhere. Like I talked to a guy 3 weeks ago, said, I'll let you know when we're ready. Got a phone call today from the executive vice president of sales at their parent company saying, hey, I want to work with you. I don't want to know more. And he was meeting with the board of directors today. That's going to leave my mind as I go searching for clients. And then when he reaches back out, if it's available, it's available. You know, you just got to let people know what the process is, what it looks like, how to move forward. And if you can't, why that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
First come, first serve.
It's available right
now.
For now. Yeah, right now. And that's for us. And if you're a roofer, it's like my schedule is free in September as of now. If you want to roof right now, you need to sign up.
Right.
If you want me to give you a price today so that you can sit on it for 6 months while the cost of materials go up and my schedule fills up, like I'm not going to do your roof 30 days from now. Right? Or when you call me in 6 months, I'm not, you don't just get to start it tomorrow. I have a lot of roofs I'm putting on. Right?
Yeah.
And it should be that way. If you don't approach it that way, even fake it until you make it. If you don't have a whole lot of pipeline or closed deals coming through, certainly the one thing you don't want to do is seem desperate, like you're the only deal. You're the only roof I've got, possibly coming up. You know?
Well, and what's it to you if they don't buy today, but they come back 6 months later and say, "Hey, is this quote for my roof still good?" Like that's the best case possible.
Yeah, sure.
And worst case you say is, no, it's not. Actually,
No, it's a little more now.
It's a little more now.
Yeah.
You know,
And
but
I can
at least
start
it's
for
in the
you
ballpark.
a month from now. You know, you call me in 6 months, I can start in month 7. You know, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, did we cover everything you think? Think so? He's starting the music. He's like, get out of here.
Time to wrap it up.
I'm sorry we started late. We'll start early next time. I appreciate you. Thanks, guys.
2, go.
All right.